Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid review. Real Madrid 2, Las Palmas nil. A bounce back in the result after the Atletico game, um, which means that Real Madrid moved into second behind Girona. I mean, I have no idea how Girona have started the season off so well that they are top, but I think they're top by a point. Um, and we are here at Barca, I think, by a point as well. So the top three, top four really is separated by just a few points. You also have the teams like Atletico Madrid who definitely been in the mix as well. But Real Madrid get the win as they needed to. And if you look at how the game panned out, if you watch the game, if you didn't manage to watch the game and you watch just the highlights, you would have seen that overall Real Madrid were the more dominant side as expected. In terms of amount of shots, passes, and XG, I think Real Madrid dominated in that sense. Um, but I think Las Palmas did well to contain it to two. I would say. I think it sounds a bit disrespectful considering that they came over to the Bernabeu and they put up a fight, but um, definitely they played well. But of course, going forward, they don't really have much, and they had to really rely on their defense. Um, and yeah, you know, they had done really really well for the first half. 45 minutes. Realistically, should the whistle had been blown by that point before Brahim scores, probably I would say, but it wasn't blown, and then Real Madrid get an attack. Vasquez with a ball into the box. Brahim Diaz has the time to just control the ball and then slam it home into the top corner. It's a good finish, um, and yeah, I mean the second goal as well. Joselu with a good header. I think it was Rodrigo with the assist, the cross in, and Joselu scores again. Um, Look, we all knew that going to this type of game, you need a striker because I think Las Palmas would really, especially teams like Las Palmas, I think they have a lot more physical players in the defense, and that's what they're relying upon. And to have a tall target man edge striker up top is realistically the best way, to try to get a goal, and it worked out. But of course, he had a couple of chances. Joselu, he was fantastic. I mean, look, I think Real Madrid fans expect Joselu to do well. I think Real Madrid fans do believe that Joselu can do well. But what is doing well? Now, if you ask a Real Madrid fan, if I told you Joselu would score 15 goals, is that a good season? Yeah. If I told you he would score 10 goals this season, would it be a good season? Yeah. But that is really what people's opinions are. That's what your perspective is. Um, because realistically, 10 goals, 15 goals for Joselu is good. Like, he's a good player for that. But you talk about some of the best strikers in the world, you probably expect him to score 35, 40 goals. So that is my issue here. That is my problem here. No one's expecting Joselu to score 30 goals this season. Like, no one. But with Haaland, with Kane, even with Mbappe, you would expect these players to get 30 goals, 35 goals a season. So it's not that Joselu is a bad player or he's a player that will not score that many goals, but it's just in terms of comparing him to other strikers. And Real Madrid fans and Real Madrid, the club, should realize and recognize that we do need a player who can score 30, 35 goals a season. Like, we need Benzema, but not like literally, but we need a player that can fill in that gap. So Joselu is a great player. He's a fantastic player. He's been having a good start to the season. He's scored goals. Um, obviously he scored against Sociedad. He scored against Getafe, but he'll score a goal here and there. But I'm telling you, he'll probably score 15 goals. Probably, right? There's a probability. But the start of the season he has had so far, of course, you have to give him the credits that he deserves. I thought Brahim Diaz scoring his first goal of the season for Real Madrid, deserves credit. I thought overall, the structure, the way we progress going forward. I mean, you saw Nacho had a good chance in the first half as well. That tells you a lot. And I was surprised, that Nacho obviously started the game. In fact, let me pull the line up, no pun intended. Yeah, I mean, Nacho played right back, and then ended up Lucas Vazquez coming on as well. But yeah, I mean, I'm surprised Nacho had the opportunity to start. I didn't think so, but of course, you want to rotate these players. I saw a lot of fans saying that, oh, let's go, we're finally switching to a 4-3-3. It does look like it because you have Jose up top, and then you got Brahim and Rodrigo on the wings, but I still have a kind of belief that Brahim Diaz is playing more of a 10, which still would mean this is a diamond shape formation. I still have a feeling, really, because realistically, I think we saw Valverde out wide more than Brahim Diaz, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, we saw Vinicius Junior, make his official return. Was it 100 wins in a Real Madrid shirt now, isn't it, for Vinicius Junior? Also, Toni Kroos came on, Lucas Vazquez came on, Dani Ceballos returns, and Fran Garcia came on as well. Of course, Carvajal, Bellingham, Modric, not coming on, but it's good because Bellingham is not rested. He's rested again. Luka Modric at his age is rested. So it's good. But yeah, let's talk about Las Palmas a little bit because it's going to be a tough season for them. Because in my preview, I said that I expect this to be a tight game, but I expect it to be a Real Madrid win, and I predicted 1-0. It's 2-0. But a 2-0 scoreline away at the Bernabeu is not a bad result for Las Palmas. Let's make that clear. And of course, they did win, didn't they, against Granada at home. So those kind of home games for Las Palmas, I think, are the kind of games that they have to take advantage of. Of course, going to the Bernabeu or the Metropolitano or the Spotify Camp Nou, as it's called now, it's going to be tough to get results. I hope they do against Atletico and Barca, to be fair, but it's going to be tough to get results. But I think at home, I think that's where Las Palmas may be able to get some points and maybe survive this season, because I mean they have got good players, and it's interesting. I mean, you look at their team. I mean, you have Jonathan Vieira, you got Sinkgraven, who played for Bayer Leverkusen a few years ago. So and they've got Meunier as well. Didn't he play for Barca and Sevilla in the past? So it's a good team. It's a good team. But I just want to talk a bit about apparently. I mean, we know that Alaba, I think, picked up a bit of an injury, and then I think it was. Let me just pull this up real quick. So I saw this. Let me just pull this up. It was on. Alright, so here's an update. So Alaba will undergo an MRI, right? And apparently, Rudiger also had a bit of a knock. Now I'm not sure if that's the case, but if both our defenders, especially when Militao is now out for the rest of the season, if both Alaba and Rudiger, apparently, touch wood, are also injured, and we have to play Nacho and I don't know who else, that's it. That's the end of the season. Goodbye, guys. All our defenders, all our centre backs are injured. We have no striker. Yeah, goodbye. Basically, we can say bye to the season. Let's hope Alaba is alright. But it was a good game. I thought Kepa did pretty well. I don't think he. I mean, you look at the kind of stats, right? And let's give credit to Las Palmas at 16 shots, right? That's a lot, right? Real Madrid 21. So there were only a few shots behind, but only 2 of the shots really were on target. So realistically, it's not going to be a game that Kepa would face a lot. In fact, Las Palmas have more possession and more of passes and pass accuracy. So clearly they had more of the ball and they were trying to pass it around and maybe create something. But Real Madrid, when they had the ball, they were just clinical, and that is really the one thing that you will need when you're playing against teams that you know sit back really, and trying to defend for their lives. So it's a good result, let's be honest. But let's see what we can do. Obviously, next up is going to be crucial from now on, because we're playing Girona, who are top of the table and are in their form of their lives, away from home at their ground. So we're going to have to go away to Girona, and we're going to have to put in a shift. We're going to have to show Girona that we are still Real Madrid. And Girona, if Girona win it, I think that they will start thinking, are we title contenders? And then afterwards, Napoli away, Osasuna home, Sevilla away, Braga away. So lots of away games coming. But after the Atletico defeat, I think it's time that we look at the next few games, except for Napoli, but because that's going to be a tough game. Girona, Osasuna, Sevilla, before El Clasico, by the way. These are the kind of games that we have to take 3 points from, right? Before that, El Clasico game at the Spotify Camp now. So let's hope that, obviously, we can pick up some more points. We have to. It's essential. But let's see. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to keep us on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.